Yes, ma'am.
And is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, guys. So today's class we're going to continue with the same seating arrangement puzzle. Okay, like in the before the previous week. Last week it was on holiday, so we did not see any class the previous week. But before that week, I was started seating arrangement class for you. Seating arrangement puzzle. I started with a simple question explaining what are the important things which you must know for solving a seating arrangement question. So I'm continuing the same topic today, and the thing is, like, I'm going to take another shape of a seating arrangement, that is a triangular seating arrangement. So we'll be seeing two questions today. One question, an easiest one, even without using possibility, you can solve a triangle seating arrangement. The next one is a difficult one, okay, where it involves possibility. Okay, so in that way, we will be solving the sums today. Okay, so I'll say why this question does not involve possibility, and I'll also say why the other question is require of possibility. I'll say both, and we'll see the major differences between both the question. Both the question are from the triangular seating arrangement, but still there is a difference between these two. We'll see what is the difference. So before starting with the question, the important things to be noted for a seating arrangement puzzle would be you have to be very thorough in directions. Without directions, you cannot solve seating arrangement, and the general rules that to be followed for all kind of puzzle. The same thing we followed for this kind of puzzle also. I don't want to go into detail of explaining all these things because I've explained to you a lot more times. Okay. So now, given here the question, I hope the screen is visible to everyone. If you find any problem, okay, you can tell me. So here you have 6 persons sitting around a triangular table. Okay, sitting around a triangular table. Persons who are sitting at the corner are facing towards the table, and the person who are sitting in the middle, okay, are sitting in the middle of the table or facing outside the table. A sits at one of the corners of the table. M is an immediate neighbor of A. Two persons sit between M and B. C sits immediate right of B. N is to the immediate right of O. O does not sit at any of the corner of the table. Okay, so this is the question. So always I have said before starting with any question, you need to know the framework. So here this question is speaking about triangle. Okay, so in triangle, most probably you have three corners and you have three sides. So the most number of people which you can make them sit here is at most it's around only 6, or maybe if you add two people on the sides, it may go to 9. Beyond that, you cannot make people sit on a triangular table. Three will be sitting. As per the question, you have three sitting at the corner and three sitting at the middle of the side. So I'm just drawing it. Corners. Three people will sit at the corners of the triangle, and three people are going to sit at the middle of the sides. This is what it is. Okay, and now from the first two lines, you got to know this is a triangular table, and you have three people sitting at the corner, three people at the sides. Along with it, they have given another clue. People who are sitting at the corner are facing towards the table. So people who sit at the corner are facing towards, that is towards the center of the table. Okay, so people who are sitting at the corner are facing towards the table. Okay, and people who are sitting at the middle of the sides of the table are facing outside. So these are the people who are sitting at the middle of the side of the table. Okay, so these people will face outside. So this question, from the first two lines itself, it is very clear that it is a triangular based puzzle with three people sitting at the corner facing towards the table, that is the center, and three people who are sitting at the side are facing outside the table. So normally in a seating arrangement puzzle, okay, getting to know about the directions of the puzzle would be a difficult thing, because directions, the left and right of the directions will always be confusing to you guys. People who are like beginner, who are studying for the first time, it would always be a confusion to you guys. But still, if you practice it, it is not a big problem. So this question, this particular question, as I said, one second. This particular question, as I said, have given the directions for you. They've given the directions for you. Some people are sitting at the corner facing center, and some people are sitting at the side facing outside. So since we have got to know the directions, okay, we just have to make people sit. With the help of the clues given in the question, you just have to make people sit in their respective positions. You don't have to worry about directions. Since they are given in the question, there is no much problem with the directions. Okay, making people sit in a sitting arrangement is not a difficult thing. You can always make the people sit properly, and you can complete the question in no time. So here the time consumption step of puzzle of seating arrangement puzzle is always directions. Okay, since this is already given, so making people sit on their respective position will not be a problem to you, and so this question will not have possibility since the direction is known and the clues given here are straight and direct. Without even going for the possibility, you can solve this question easily. Okay, the possibility will not be required for us. We'll see how we are solving without going for possibility. So first I read the question. From the first two lines, I got to know the framework along with the directions and all. So this is done. Next, I'm going to read the clues one by one. Okay, and then fix the people in their respective positions. We'll see how I'm doing it. And the clue starts from here. Okay, the clue starts from here. A sits at one of the corners of the table. M is an immediate neighbor of A. Two persons sit between M and B. C sits immediate right of B. N is to the immediate right of O. O does not sit at any of the corners of the table. So this is the question they have given. Okay, the clues they have given. So normally in a puzzle type of question, the most important thing to be noted is the way in which you select the initial start of the clue. The first clue which you are going to use to solve the problem is most important. Okay, based on the clue only, the clue will determine whether you can solve the problem easily within a short span of time or you require more time to solve. If that can be analyzed and the time consumption can be done only by going to the initial and the important clue which you are going to start for this question. So here the clue starts with A sits at one of the corners of the table. This is the clue that it is starting. Okay, if I start with that clue, okay, A sits at one of the corners of the table. If I'm going to start with that clue, where will I place A? They say A sits at one of the corners. You have totally 3 corners. Okay, if I'm going to start with that clue, I should take 3 possibilities because I have 3 corners. At each corner, I will put A in all the 3 possibilities. Okay, and followingly, I'll be solving questions, solving the other clues. So even if I'm going for the next clue also, I have to look over into all the 3 possibilities. I have to mark in all the 3 possibilities. By doing this, my possibility is increasing one thing. The next is the time consumption is high. You can't solve within the given time. So here I'm going to go for the clue in such a way that even without using possibility, I should be able to solve the question. And I always said to you in the previous class also, you must look for the clue in such a way that if you're going to solve a first clue in a question, you must be able to fix at least 2 to 3 variables through that clue itself. The way in which you're going to select, it should be in this way. Okay, so here A sits at one of the corners of the table. If you start with that, you cannot complete it in a short span of time. So look after it. M is an immediate neighbor of A. Two persons sit between M and B. C sits immediate right of B. So if you look at these sentences, M is an immediate neighbor of A. M is an immediate neighbor of A. Two persons sit between M and B. C sits immediate right of B. So if I'm able to fix M, I will be able to fix A, B and C. Three variables I will be able to fix. If I fix M, because all these three clues are interlinked. All these three clues are interlinked with each other. So if I'm able to fix one, the letter M, I will be fixing all the three variables. So what I'm going to do is, M is an immediate neighbor of E. We do not know where A is. So obviously, fixing M will not be working out here. Now, two persons sit between M and B. Okay, so two persons are going to sit between M and B. Okay, so if you look over, if for example, if I'm placing M here, okay, as per the clue, it is given that you're going to have two persons between them. Okay, two persons are there between them. So even if you look at this side or in this side, okay, both the sides you have two persons in between them. So B will be over here. Between M and B, you have two persons. Okay, next. So on the right side or on the left side, both the sides it is only two persons. So M and B are fixed. Now C sits the immediate right of B. Now we are in need of a direction. Okay, so B is facing towards south. So if B is facing towards south, this will be the right hand side and this will be the left hand side. Okay, C sits to the immediate right of B. So immediate right of B, here you have C. Okay, C sits to the immediate right of B. This is done. Now, M is an immediate neighbor of E. If since M is here, the immediate neighbors would be this position. Immediate neighbors would be either this position or this position. These two positions are the immediate neighbors of M. So A will come either at this position or at this position. But still we do not know where does A comes. So we can hold this clue for now. For now, we will hold this clue. Okay. Next, N is to the immediate right of O. Okay, we do not know where O is. But as per the clue, N is to the immediate right of O. O does not sit at any of the corner of the table. Okay, so now here, O is not going to sit at any of the corners. So look at here, you have three corners. One is fixed with B. The others are these two. These two are the corners. So O will not sit at any of the corners. So these three corners, you will not have O. So O will come only over here. Okay. Because the other two sides are filled with M and C. So O will come only over here. The next is N is to the immediate right of O. Okay, so here this will be your right hand side and this will be your left hand side. So the immediate right of O is the side. So here you have N. Okay, and the remaining portion can be filled with A. Okay, so now you will look at it. All the six positions, six places, six members has been fixed. All the six directions are known. So the whole question is complete. Starting from B towards your clockwise direction, B, O, N, M, A, C. Okay, this is a clockwise direction, and three of them are facing outside, three of them are facing inside. Okay. So I hope you guys understood this question. You have any doubts in this question? How to solve? I have solved this question without using possibility. Just by using the clues properly, I have solved the question even without going for the possibility. Any doubts? Can I move on to the next question? Say yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So next question here.
Some of their இதோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸும் வந்து சிக்னிஃபிகன்ட் when you are browsing about this, you will make some very nice topics related to dive of to explore this topic well and try to write it out. Page செவன்லாம் கிடையாது, ஒரு வீக் ஏரியா whatever it is, whatever. Nutrition wise, how they are going to play an impact, economical wise, how they are going to play. In these 3 days, we are going to make.
Is the question visible to you all?
No, ma'am.
It is not visible. 1 second. Is it visible now? I hope it should be visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so you're having this. This is the next type of question, the same triangular based puzzle, this question, but here you will be using possibility. Okay, by solving the question, I'll say how you are using possibility here and why you don't use the possibility in the first sum. Since I said it's a triangular based puzzle, first I'll draw the triangle. Since I'm using possibility, I am in need of 2 triangles. Consider this is a triangle. Okay. So now the question: 6 persons L, M, N, P, R, and S are sitting around a triangular table. 3 of them are sitting at the corner of the table, and 3 of them are sitting at the middle of the side of the table. So 3 persons will be sitting at the corner, and 3 persons will be sitting at the middle of the sides. Okay, so I'm just going to mark the direction 1, 2, 3, and 3 persons will be sitting at the sides. Similarly, in this case also I'm marking the same thing. Okay, so now 3 of them are facing center and 3 of them are facing outside the table. So if you look at the question properly, they are saying 3 will be facing their center and 3 will be facing outside, and they did not mention who are the 3. Okay, they just simply mentioned 3 will be facing center and 3 will be facing outside, but either the person who is sitting in the middle facing center or the corner, they did not mention. Okay, that is one thing. Where in the previous question, if you see, but in the previous question they said the person who is sitting at the middle of the table are facing outside the table. So they have mentioned very clearly that the person who is sitting at the middle of the sides of the table are facing outside. So that is why we are able to mark the direction directly over the framework. Wherein in this question, if you see, they just said 3 of them facing center and 3 of them facing outside, but they did not mention who are the 3. The person who is sitting at the corner or the person who is sitting at the middle. Without knowing that, how can you mark the direction? Direction cannot be marked without knowing that. So that is why we are going for possibility. Okay, normally in a seating arrangement puzzle, if you don't know the directions, you have to go for possibility. There is no other go. That is why I'm going for possibility. So, so now the clues start from here. First, we'll read the clues. N sits at the corner seat and faces towards the center. Only one person sits between R and N. P and R are immediate neighbors, but none of them sits at the immediate seat of N. S sits second to the left of R. N sits at immediate right corner of S. L faces inside M, who is an immediate neighbor of R, sits second to the right of P. So this is the clues they have given. Okay, for solving this question. Now we are going to start solving the answer. Okay. Yes, we are going to start solving the answer. As I always say, the first clue, okay, that is important. The first clue which you are going to use is important. N sits at corner seat and faces towards the center. See, I have to look for the clue, okay, with which I must be able to start the answer in the framework. Without that, I will be able to solve the question. So, this clue, N sits at the corner and faces towards the center, is a direct clue. They have given very clearly at any one of the corner you will have N and they will face the center. Okay, so I'm taking N over here. Okay, and since they have said facing center, I'm marking the direction. In this case also I'm taking N over here. Okay, because it is one corner, the corner does not matter. Okay, so taking N over here and facing the center. Next, only one person sits between R and N. Okay, so between R and N you have one person. So now in this case, okay, you have to consider both the sides of N, towards the right as well as towards the left. Okay, so here this will be the one person and here this will be the one person who is going to sit between R and N. So if you consider this side, okay, if you leave one person between, R will come over here. Okay, if you consider this side, if you leave one person, R will come over here, which I will mark in the second case. Okay, so one person sitting between R and N. Okay, P and R are immediate neighbor, but none of them sits at the immediate seat of N. What is the meaning here? P and R are immediate neighbors, which means P and R are sitting together. Okay, beside each other they are sitting, P and R, but none of them are going to sit at the immediate side of N. So immediate side of N are this and this. Similarly for this, immediate side would be this and this. Okay, but they say P and R are neighbors, but they will not sit at this position. Either in this case or in this case, you should not have P and R. Obviously, there is no R present at the immediate seat. You have to mark P in such a way that even they do not come at this position. If these two places are not for P, then P has to come only over this position in here and in this position in here, because for R these are the two immediate sides. One cannot be filled with P. Okay, so the only leftover part is this. So P will come over here and here. If P cannot come over here as per the clue, so P will come over here. Okay, so P and R, now if you look at it, you can see P and R. Okay, P and R are immediate neighbors. Okay, but no one is going to sit at the immediate side of him. That is very clear in both the cases. Okay, this is done. Now, yes sits second to the left of R. That is the next clue. Okay, what is the meaning? S is going to sit at the second position to the left of R. First, we don't have to go for the left side and all. Just look which is the second position for R. For R, the second position will be, in this side it is 1 and 2. This is the second position. And in this side it will be 1 and 2. This is the second position. Similarly here, this is the second position, and again this will be the second position. So one of the second position of R is already fixed with another variable N. Yes, So one of the positions of R is already, a second position of R is already fixed with another variable n. So obviously you will not have a yes at any of this side. Okay, so yes have to come at the other side. Okay, so yes will come over here and yes will come over here. At the next position you will not have yes, because you already have n. Now look at the clue. Yes is second to the left of R. Okay, so S is sitting at the second to the left of R. Now, if this is to be the left hand direction, if S is sitting at the left side of R, then where will R face? If only R faces towards north, okay, this will be your left and this will be your right. So to the second left of R, you have yes. So R is facing outside, away from the center. With the help of this clue, okay, be able to get the direction of R here. Okay, similarly over here, okay, if R faces inside only, this will be the left hand direction. So to second to the left of R, you have yes. So with the help of this clue, we are able to got the direction of R. Okay, now N sits at immediate right corner of yes. So here you need to note N sits at immediate right corner. Okay, they are saying N is sitting at the immediate right corner. Okay, so here immediate N sits the immediate right corner of yes. So yes, the immediate right corner would be this. So you have already N here. Yes, the immediate corner you have N. Now they say immediate right corner. So if this should be the right hand side, okay, yes has to look towards the center. Only if yes look towards the center, this will be your left and this will be your right. So immediate right corner you have N. Similarly, if yes looking away from the center here, this will be your left and this will be your right. Okay, so the immediate right corner of yes you have N. Okay, so immediate right corner of yes you have N. The clue has become true, and now we have got the direction of yes here. Okay, with the help of this clue we have got the direction of yes. Next, L faces inside. We do not know where L comes, but wherever L comes, L will face inside. Okay, then M, who is an immediate neighbor of R, sits again to the right of P. Okay, so M is the immediate neighbor of R. So the only position left for M is this, because the other immediate portion is filled with P in both the cases. Okay, in both the cases, sorry, this is not R. R is over here. Okay, R is over here. So R is over here. So the immediate position has been filled with P here. So this will be filled with M. Okay, so now the position of M is fixed. What they say, M was the immediate neighbor of R. So immediate neighbor of R, you have M. Okay, sits second to the right of P. So from P on the right side, on the second right, you should have M. So from P, if you calculate, this is first and this is second. So the second position you have M. Now this should be the right side. If this has to be the right side, then P has to face outside. If only P faces outside, okay, this will be the right hand side. Okay, only if P faces outside, this will be the right hand side. So to the second right of P, you have M. Similarly here, okay, if this has to be the position of M, second right, then the P has to face inside. Only then this will be the right and this will be the left. So second right of P, you have M. Now the remaining portion can be filled with L, because only one portion is left. It can be filled with L. As per the clue, L will face inside. Okay, as per the clue, L will face inside. Now if you look at the answer, you have all 6 variables has been fixed inside the triangle. Okay, all the 6 variables has been fixed with the direction. So if you look over here, R is facing outside, M we do not know the direction yet, N is facing inside, L is facing inside, R is facing, S is facing inside here, and P is facing outside. So 3 of them are facing inside, 2 of them are facing outside. Here S is facing outside, L faces inside, N faces inside, R faces inside, and P faces inside. Okay, if you look at here, 4 members are facing inside, and if you look for M, even if you mark outside in both the cases, okay, here you have only 2 members facing outside and you have 3 members facing inside. Now look, go back to the question again. They said 3 members will face center and 3 members will face outside. Here it is the clue, it is being followed. Okay, P, R and M are facing outside, S, L and N are facing inside. Okay, wherein here P, R, N and L are facing inside, which means it does not obey the clue, obey the rules of the question. So this possibility is not the right answer. Okay, so this possibility is not the right answer. Okay, so this is the correct answer for this question. So based on this clue, we are able to avoid one of the clues. Okay, one of the possibilities. So this is the right answer. So starting from R towards the clockwise direction, it would be R, M, N, L, S, P. Okay, where 3 of them are facing outside and 3 of them are facing inside. Okay, so you guys take a look at it. Okay, this question, since we have gone for the possibility, you might find it difficult. Okay, so you take a look at it. If you guys have any doubts, you can ask me. In the meantime, I'll take oral attendance for you. So I'll see your attendance too. Adi Lakshmi,
Present, ma'am.
Aarti, Aarti,
Present, ma'am.
Abhinav, Abhisheka,
Abhinav present, ma'am.
Aarti,
Yes, ma'am.
Aarti present, present, Aarti present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Abhisheka, Adi Keshav,
Present, ma'am.
Akshaya, Akshaya, Sakshi,
Present, ma'am.
Anthony Roshik,
Yes, ma'am.
Aravindan,
Yes, ma'am.
M. Archana,
Present, ma'am.
C. Archana, C. Archana, Arun Kumar, Arun Kumar, Aravind,
Present, ma'am.
Vamsi Krishna Reddy,
Present, ma'am.
Benny Priya, Benny Priya, absent. Bolo Geeta, Bolo Geeta, Charmati, Charmati,
Present, ma'am.
Tarun,
Present, ma'am.
Chandru,
Present, ma'am.
A Dhanush,
Present, ma'am.
U Dhanush,
Present, ma'am.
V Divya, Dinesh,
Present, ma'am.
Watson,
Present, ma'am.
Gokula Krishnan,
Present, ma'am.
Gautam Raj, Gautam Raj, Gunasegaran, Gunasegaran,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Hariharan, N Hariharan,
Present, ma'am.
S Hariharan,
Present, ma'am.
Ashavardhan,
Present, ma'am.
Indira,
Present, ma'am.
Janvi,
Yes, ma'am.
Jayasuriya,
Present, ma'am.
Jeevan,
Yes, ma'am.
Jeevita,
Present, ma'am.
Jitendran, Udayakiran,
Present, ma'am.
Kanimuri,
Present, ma'am.
Karan, Kavita, G Kavita,
Present, ma'am.
G Keetana,
Present, ma'am.
Prabhakaran,
Present, ma'am.
Logavarshini,
Present, ma'am.
Lokeshwaran, S Lokeshwaran, Madan Raj,
Present, ma'am.
Madhumita,
Present, ma'am.
Maurice Yesuraju,
Present, ma'am.
Mohana Ganapati,
Present, ma'am.
Monica,
Present, ma'am.
Teja Babu,
Present, ma'am.
Manjin Banu, Rajneen Banu,
Present, ma'am.
Nikesh,
Present, ma'am.
Nikesh, Nitik Roshan,
Present, ma'am.
Niveta,
Present, ma'am.
Sai Teja, Sai Teja, Amudini,
Present, ma'am.
Annamalai, Annamalai, Diksha,
Present, ma'am.
Harish, Harish, you, Jairam. Okay, guys. So, any doubts in today's class? Those two questions. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, guys. Fine. Thank you. That's all.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Akshya present, ma'am.
Ah,
At the
okay.
time,
Okay, ma. Okay. So, yes, guys. So,
Ma'am, Lokesh present, ma'am.
yes, I saw the message. Okay, fine. So, guys, Thank you. That's all for today. Only 2 questions from triangle based puzzle. The rest of the questions we can see in the next class. Thank you. You might leave.
Thank you.